Before we jump into today's episode, I want to invite you to a live training I'm hosting called The Hidden SEO Mistakes Costing Clinics Patients Right Now and Easy Fixes. If you've ever wondered why your clinic isn't showing up as often as you would like on Google, Google Maps, or even AI-powered search results, this training is for you. I'll be sharing some of the most common SEO mistakes I see clinic owners making right now and simple fixes that can help improve your visibility. You can save your spot by visiting propelyourcompany.com/June. And if you can't make it live, sign up anyway because a replay will be available for a limited time. All right, now on to today's episode. Welcome back to the Clinic Marketing Podcast. I'm Darcy Sullivan from Propel Marketing and Design, and today we're talking about one of the biggest changes happening in online marketing for clinics. And honestly, one of the topics I'm getting asked about more than almost anything else: AI search. If you've heard terms like AI SEO, answer engine optimization, AEO, GEO, AI overviews, or you've wondered whether ChatGPT is replacing Google, this episode is for you. Now, although today's episode is geared specifically toward chiropractors, mainly because they're the ones who have sent in the most questions about AI and whose examples I'll use in today's episode. If you're another type of healthcare provider, or really any local business owner, you're going to get a tremendous amount of value from this conversation because the concepts we're covering apply far beyond chiropractic. Today, I want to go much deeper than simply defining AI search. I want to explain what's actually changing, what isn't changing, where I think clinic owners are getting distracted, and what you should actually focus on if you want more patients over the next several years. Let's dive in. One major takeaway from today's episode is this: AI search is changing patient behavior, not just search results. For years, we've all talked about Google rankings. Everyone wanted to know, how do I get to page 1? How do I rank number 1 for chiropractor near me? Those questions still matter. Google is still incredibly important. Let me repeat that. Google is still incredibly important. But here's what's changing. Patients aren't always searching the same way anymore. Instead of typing chiropractor near me, they're asking AI, who is the best chiropractor for runners? Who treats sciatica without surgery? What chiropractor in my area accepts my insurance? What clinic specializes in shockwave therapy? They're asking complete questions, and then AI gives them a summarized answer. Sometimes they never even click 10 different websites. That changes everything. Your goal is no longer just getting ranked. Your goal is becoming one of the businesses AI feels confident recommending. That is a very different objective. This isn't the death of SEO. Every time Google makes a major change, someone announces that SEO is dead. I've been hearing that for almost 20 years. SEO isn't dead. It's evolving. In fact, AI search actually rewards many of the same things that good SEO has always rewarded: helpful content, clear expertise, authority, fast websites, great user experience, accurate business information, patient reviews. The difference is this: traditional Google rankings asked, which page best matches this keyword? AI asks, who can I trust enough to recommend? That's a trust question, not just a keyword question. Healthcare has always been different from other industries. Patients don't make impulse decisions about their health. They research, they compare, they worry, they look for reassurance. AI is speeding up that research process. Instead of spending an hour reading 15 websites, patients can ask AI to summarize the differences between providers. That means your authority matters more than ever, because AI is helping patients eliminate options before they ever visit your website. If your clinic isn't being mentioned, you may never even enter the conversation. Before go too much deeper, let's clear up the confusing terminology. I think one reason clinic owners feel overwhelmed is because marketers keep inventing new names. AICO, IO, GEO, LLMO, generative search, answer engines. Honestly, most chiropractors don't care what acronym we use. They just want more patients. Here's the simple version. Traditional SEO helps Google rank your website. Answer engine optimization helps AI understand why your practice deserves to be recommended. Generative optimization focuses on making your content easy for AI to summarize accurately. AI SEO is really the umbrella that combines all of it. Different names, same destination. Help your practice become visible wherever patients search. Don't get hung up on the vocabulary. Focus on building authority. One thing I want you to understand is this. AI doesn't invent recommendations. This is one misconception I hear constantly is, AI just makes things up. Sometimes AI hallucinates facts. But when it's recommending local businesses, it's looking for evidence. Lots of evidence. It pulls information from places like your website, your Google business profile, patient reviews, local directories, structured data, articles you've published, mentions across the web, professional organizations, news articles, social proof. The more consistent those signals become, the easier it is for AI to understand exactly who you help. AI isn't randomly picking chiropractors, it's evaluating trust. Most chiropractic websites are holding practices back. This is where I think most practices struggle. Most chiropractic websites were designed like brochures. They talk about the office, the doctor, maybe a few services. Then they say, call today. But patients don't search that way anymore. They search with symptoms, conditions, questions, fears, specific situations. Think about the questions you answer every day in your office. Those questions belong on your website. Questions like, can chiropractic help headaches? Should I use ice or heat? How long does sciatica last? Is numbness normal? Can I exercise with back pain? When should I get an MRI? Those are the questions AI wants answers for. If your website answers them better than your competitors, you give AI much more confidence recommending your clinic. I want you to stop writing like a chiropractor. This might be one of the biggest opportunities. We naturally speak the language we were trained in. Patients don't. You might write, cervical radiculopathy. Patients search, my arm keeps going numb. You might say, lumbar disc pathology. Patients say, I hurt my back lifting mulch. That's how real people search. AI is conversational. Your content should be conversational too. That doesn't mean dumbing it down. It means translating your expertise into patient language. Ironically, that improves traditional SEO too. Now we have to talk about your Google business profile. Your Google business profile matters even more than before. If you've listened to this podcast before, you already know I'm a huge believer in optimizing your Google business profile. Now it's becoming even more important. AI frequently pulls local information directly from Google. Your services, your business description, your reviews, your photos, they're all becoming part of the picture AI uses to understand your practice. If you haven't updated your Google business profile in a year, you're falling behind. Let's spend another minute talking about reviews. Most clinic owners think reviews only help convince patients. That's true. But reviews also help AI understand what your clinic is known for. Imagine one office has hundreds of reviews mentioning sciatica, neuropathy, sports injuries, pregnancy, runners. The clinic across town has the same number of stars, but almost no detail. Which one gives AI more confidence? The detailed one. Encourage patients to naturally mention why they came in and what problem you helped solve. Those details create context. Context creates authority. Here's probably the biggest mistake I see right now. People think AI SEO means using AI to write everything. It doesn't. Using ChatGPT to crank out 50 generic blog posts is not an AI strategy. Actually, it can hurt you if the content becomes generic, repetitive, or sounds exactly like everyone else's. AI is a fantastic assistant. It's not your replacement. The clinics that win are using AI to work faster while still adding their expertise, stories, clinical experience, patient questions, and original insights. Originality matters, especially in healthcare. None of us knows exactly where AI search will be 2 years from now. But I think several things are becoming very clear. Patients will ask longer questions. AI will become more personalized. Local recommendations will improve. Authority will matter even more. Content quality will matter more than quantity. And practices that have invested consistently over time will have a huge advantage. This isn't something you'll fix in one weekend. Authority compounds. The sooner you start, the better positioned you'll be. So what should chiropractors actually do? If you're wondering where to begin, here's where I'd focus. First, strengthen your Google business profile. Second, make sure your website clearly explains every service, condition, and community you serve. Third, answer real patient questions. Fourth, build genuine patient reviews. Fifth, make sure your technical SEO is solid. Sixth, use schema markup so search engines and AI can better understand your content. And finally, remember this: don't optimize only for Google. Optimize for patients. Because when you genuinely help patients understand their problems, you're also creating exactly the kind of content AI wants to recommend. I think we're still in the early stages of AI search, but I also think we're past the point where clinic owners can ignore it. The practices building authority today are going to be much easier for AI to recommend tomorrow. The good news? If you've been investing in quality SEO, patient education, and a strong online presence, you're already ahead of many of your competitors. Now it's about expanding that strategy rather than replacing it. If you'd like help understanding where your clinic stands, we'd love to help. At Propel Marketing and Design, we help chiropractors combine traditional SEO with AI search optimization so your practice becomes more visible wherever patients are searching, whether that's Google, ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, Copilot, or whatever comes next. Visit propelyourcompany.com to schedule a free discovery call. We'll review your current website, identify the biggest opportunities, and show you how to position your clinic for both today's search engines and tomorrow's AI-powered search experiences. Thanks so much for listening. If you found this episode helpful, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with another chiropractor who's trying to stay ahead of where search is headed.